Hi everyone, thanks for watching. Okay, so today I'm making a beef Wellington. Beef Wellington is basically a fillet of beef, which is basically coated in mushroom duxelle, which is basically like a finely chopped mushroom or a minced mushroom. It's then coated in puff pastry and it's baked in the oven until golden brown. So I'm going to make a version of that today. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get our fillet of beef and we're going to get it seasoned. Then we're going to sear it in a very hot pan. This is very important for flavour. This particular piece of fillet weighs about 450 grams. So this will give you 2 very good portions or 3 normal sized portions, I would say. Okay, so we'll just season up our beef now. So with some salt and pepper. It's quite a big piece of meat this, so don't be too shy with the seasoning. Okay, so the next stage is we're going to sear our beef. So get your pan on nice and hot. Just going to go in with a little bit of olive oil. We want to try and get a good bit of colour on this. And just keep turning it. Okay, so once you've got a nice bit of colour on all the sides, just go with a little bit of butter. This will just help give it a bit more colour. And turn it on its side, and do the bottom as well, and just do the other side. Okay, so once you've got a nice even colour all the way around the beef, you want to just take that out and just set it to the side. Okay, so while the beef's still warm, we're just going to brush it with a little bit of Dijon mustard. Okay, so now I'm just going to put this in the fridge for about 20 minutes just to cool down. Okay, so the next stage is we're going to make our mushroom duxelle. So I've got 120 grams of portobello mushrooms here. You don't have to use portobello mushrooms, you can use button mushrooms or chestnut mushrooms if you prefer. But today I'm using portobello mushrooms and I'm just going to finely chop these up in a food processor. Again, you can chop these by hand if you like. Just if you do chop them by hand, just make sure you chop them really fine. We don't want any big chunks of mushroom in this. Okay, so I think that's fine enough. Okay, so the next stage is we're going to cook our mushroom duxelle. So just get your pan on nice and hot. Just a little bit of olive oil, not too much. Basically just want to dry out the mushroom. You don't want too much water coming out the mushrooms when we cook the Wellington later on. So just go in with a little bit of seasoning. I'm also going to put a few thyme leaves in this. Again, you don't have to, I just like it. Okay, so our mushroom's been cooking for about 2 or 3 minutes now. So I'm just going to get that out of here, get it onto a plate. I'm just going to leave that to the side. Okay, so the next stage is we're going to make a chicken mousse. And what we're going to do with that is we're going to get our duxelle that we made earlier, and we're going to fold this through the mousse, and this is just going to help hold everything together. So I've got 130 grams of diced chicken breast here, so straight into your food processor with that. And I've got one egg white. Don't throw away the yolk though, because we need the yolk for the end to glaze the Wellington. So we'll blend this up first. Sorry, just a little bit of salt. A little bit of salt. Then we'll blend this up. Okay, so I've got some double cream here. I've got about 80 grams of double cream. So we're going to go in with half of this now. Just give it another blitz. Okay. Then you should have something that looks like this. Okay, so now take your chicken out of your food processor and into a bowl. And just go in with the rest of the cream. And just mix that in. Okay, so we're now going to go in with our mushroom. Just make sure the mushroom's cold before you put it in here though. Just give that a good mix. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to wrap this up and just put it in the fridge just to chill for about 20 minutes. Okay, so the next thing we need is we need to make a crepe, which is basically like a thin pancake. So we're going to make the batter for that now. So the first thing we'll need is 120 grams of plain flour, 1 egg, and a pinch of salt. And I've also got 120 ml of milk. Okay, so once you've mixed in all the milk, just go in with a few chopped chives. Okay, so that's our crepe batter made. Okay, so for your crepe, you want to get yourself a non-stick pan. Get it on the heat, get it nice and hot. Just go in with a little bit of oil, not too much. And just get a bit of kitchen roll and just give that a little rub. And we'll just go in with our crepe batter. Okay, so once you get a little bit of colour on that, just want to flip that over. Okay, and that's it ready. Just straight onto our plate. And just leave that to cool down. Next stage is we're going to wrap our beef in our pancake. So if you just get your crepe on the board and get some of the chicken and mushroom mousse that we made earlier and just spread it on. Okay, so once you've got a nice layer of mushroom on your pancake, just going to get your beef and just wrap it in the mushroom. Okay, so next I've got some pre-rolled all butter puff pastry. You can get this in pretty much any big supermarket. And this one's already pre-rolled for us, so it's perfect. So we're now going to wrap the beef in the pastry. So and just where the pastry meets, we'll cut it. Then what we'll do is we'll just kind of scrimp the edges. Just make sure everything's nice and tight. Then just trim off any extra pastry at the edges. Okay, so now we're just going to glaze the pastry with the egg yolk that we saved from earlier. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a fork and just go over the top, run it over the top of the pastry. This will just give it a nice crisscross effect when it cooks. Okay, so now we're just going to carefully lift this onto a tray. We're going to bake this in a preheated oven at 200 degrees Celsius for about 30 minutes. Now obviously if you like your beef more cooked, you can cook it a bit longer, but if you're going to do that, I'll just turn the oven down slightly. Okay, so that's our beef just gone in the oven, and we'll come back in about 30 minutes and take this out. Okay, so our beef has been in the oven now for 30 minutes. So we're just going to take this off the tray and get it on our board. And we're just going to let this rest for about 10 minutes before we cut it. Okay, so our beef's been resting now for a good 10 minutes. So I'm just going to cut this down the centre just to show you the middle. Okay, and I'm just going to garnish this with a little bit of watercress. Okay, so thanks everyone for watching my video today. I hope you liked it. If you do like my video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon.